and welcome to my channel. So I'm back with another vlog and a rental update. Today is Friday, May the 20th of 2022. So anyway, the update is that the house has already been painted. The gentleman just finished. He's already walked out. I've still got wet doors because that was the last thing that he did was do the front and the back door. He's already painted them. So I'll show you the doors. As you can see behind me, if you've started watching this from the very beginning, the wall that's behind me back here, that was a green wall, and the walls on the sides, they were gray, but now they're a creamy white color. It is from Valspar. The paint, no, sorry, forgive me. The paint is Glidden, and it is called Focus, and it is a paint with primer, in case you're wondering. I did talk about that in my previous videos, what paints I used, but just in case you have any questions about that, it is a semi-gloss, if you're liking the color. I have the windows open. The front door keeps closing on me. I don't have anything to hold it open, but I'm going to need to find something. So he did do the doors. He took the weather stripping off the edges. They're on the floor right now, but they're supposed to be put back, but he did say they're not very good condition, we should just replace them. So I think that's what we're going to do, just get some new weather stripping. So I'm just going to take a little piece of that with me to the store and get that. So I also did get some other items that I purchased, and I want to show you that. So let me show you what else I'm going to do to the house. Okay, so we're in the little kitchen area, and I believe I've talked about the range that's back here that will be over the stove, or is over the stove. That range is not in very good condition. Let me show you. This range right here, I've cleaned it. It looks really nice and clean. I've cleaned part of the inside here, you know, as much as I could. It is clean, but way down under here, it's missing that little window or little thing that kind of hides the workings that are in there, and the fan and everything. In there, it is disgusting. It is horribly disgusting. I can't imagine somebody cooking here and seeing that and wanting to be cooking under that. Because as all of us, or at least the majority of us who do cook a lot, we know that grease will form, and sometimes even some grease is already on here when you're cooking again, especially if you're boiling something, steam's coming up, that melts those little bits, and then you see those little droplets right there. So, you know, you gotta clean these things often. If you don't know that, you know that now for the future. If you're somebody who's thinking, I'm gonna be cooking and you have one of these, you need to make sure you clean them. But anyway, this is really disgustingly dirty. I just touched it and it feels so nasty on my finger. So we decided to buy a new one. So I bought a new one. This one does have a plug. So it plugs into that outlet right there. The one that I bought is supposed to be connected to the house power, to the electricity in the house. Now up here, it's got the duct. Now the one that I bought is ductless. But up here are the wiring for, you know, if I have to, whatever you put up here can be wired to that. That's greasy too. Anyway, so that's going to get replaced, and I've already bought that. Now I've already got a gentleman who says he can do it. He's going to replace also a faucet in the bathroom and a light in the bathroom. But we're just waiting to see when he can come, because he was going to come, I think it was yesterday, and then he had to do something else, and we left it at, okay, well, let us know when you can come again. All right, another thing I want to do. Okay, so as you can see here, this is the back of the sink, the wall back here. This got painted as well, and this is that gray from the countertop here, the backsplash as well. So I went and got this piece of plywood. I actually got this from Hobby Lobby, you guys. It was $12.99 for this big piece, but it was 40% off, so I got it for $7.99. So I thought that was pretty good. Now we've already measured, and the space between the cabinets here is 32, but I wanted it to be at least 34, so another inch to go underneath here. And I believe this is a 48-inch piece of wood. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna cut it down to 34, place it under here, screw it onto the cabinet sides right here to create a little shelf there. So this is basically what I want, right? So it's gonna just get cut down to size, and then I'm gonna paint it, and we're gonna screw it on there. And I think it's gonna be really nice for them to have a little shelf there. They can put some little decorative items if they want, or just put the soap or whatever other needs they need for their dishes. All right, so if you notice that socket back there, it's kind of a yellowy color, beigey yellowy color. When the gentleman painted, we told him not to bother painting over that because or painting them because we're just going to replace them anyway. So I mean, if he did paint over them, it was no big deal, but we're going to replace them anyway. So we do have some other ones that are like the green color from the other wall, on the opposite wall here, and then the gray that was done in the rest of the house. They're gray now. So I went and I bought a ton of these single outlet covers, or single because it's a pair, right? So I bought a ton of these, and I got these at Walmart, and I think they were like 47 cents each, very cheap. So I got that, and I did have to go get more, and I ended up going, I think I got it from Lowe's, and I paid a little bit more for them, but that was okay. And then I got also some for the light switches, some of which are double light switches like that, because they're double pane like that. And then I got double outlets, also covers. Can you see that? Because I do have one on this kitchen counter over here. You can't see it from here, but I'll turn it around. That has to be replaced because it looks really bad. Let me show you. All right, so there it is. That's what it looks like. I don't know if to you can see it very clearly, but it's pretty, you know, like a beigey dark color, and I don't like that. So I think these super light creamy color, they're not exactly white, although it does say white on there, but anyway, that's going to replace that, and I think that's going to look better against here. There is another socket on here, which is the power one, the one where you can shut down, you know, and I forgot what it's called, you guys, but I'm sure you all know. It's the one that usually has like a little red button so you can restart it, jump start it, or whatever. Anyway, that one looks pretty good, pretty clean. I've already wiped it and everything, so it's not as white as this one, almost actually, but it looks good. So I think once we put this one over here too, that'll look nice and new and clean. So it'll make everything look nice and new. Now I've already scrubbed these and I've cleaned the counters, but I can see that I'm going to have to come in here again and just so that it smells fresh and clean when people walk in here and they see that everything's, you know, pretty clean. All right, so also for behind where the doorknobs, you know, the doors open and they've been banging up on the walls, and I patched up a couple of holes. I bought these, what are these called? They're wall guards. So I'm going to go ahead and place those now. I have one, we needed 2 of them, but we bought 4. And I'm glad we did because we actually need one for the back door, we need one for the front door, and we need one for one of the bedrooms. I think we're going to need one for the bathroom. The other bedroom doesn't need it because where it opens up and hits the door from where the AC system is, so there's no holes there for whatever reason. There isn't. Okay, so I got that. Oh, this is when I went to Lowe's and I went and I bought more stuff. So this is my other bag of just more outlet covers, and I'm going to put all of them together so I don't lose anything. There's about 60 outlet covers, so the ones for the plug-in. So I have that, and then for the switches, there's probably 4 or 5 of them. Okay, so this is just some sandpaper. I don't need that. We are going to replace the locks on the door. So I actually bought, this is a, what is this called? It's a keyed entry, whatever you want to call it, but it has a deadbolt. So it's got the knob with where you would put a key in there, and then it's got the deadbolt also. So you got 2 places to lock the door, and I've got 2 of them. Another one right here. I forgot what I paid for these guys. They were probably about $30-something each, so they weren't the most expensive, but they weren't the cheapest either. I don't want to get like too cheapy, because the cheapy would just be the one knob that you lock, but I wanted it to have the deadbolt, so that cost like $30 an hour. Okay, so for the bathroom, I'm going to replace the faucet. My husband first thought we should replace the one here in the kitchen, but I cleaned it and now it looks really nice, and he's like, hey, this faucet is not bad at all. And I said, no, because you know what happened is not too long ago, we decided that we wanted to put a brand new faucet on our sink at our house. So when we did that, and we didn't need to replace it, we just wanted a fancier looking one, because we were just happened to be looking at the faucets. We were just walking through the store at Lowe's, and my husband saw it. He goes, oh, I really like this one. I'm like, so do I. Let's replace it. And I thought, well, you know what? The one that we have in our kitchen, let's have it put into the rental house, because when we had rented it before, it had just, you know, just another little faucet that wasn't too bad, but it could use some replacing. So while our renters were here, we surprised somebody was adding another faucet. Of course, it was the one that was already in our house, but it was in good condition, almost brand new, and it looks really good. There's nothing wrong with it. There's no little rust or anything like that happening. There was a little calcium bit kind of forming. I kind of got the majority of that, but you cannot even tell. It's very little. I do think I need to come in with some of that. I don't know if it's caulking or filling or kind of that little strip that you put when you seal things. I think maybe some of that would be good in there, but we'll see. Anyway, so we decided with the one in the bathroom, once I cleaned it, I said, because you can't see in there, there's no light in the house, and the bathroom is really dark. But once we got in there with a little light, I saw, and I was cleaning, I said, this faucet can't be cleaned, it's nasty, let's replace that, because it's already got that little green stuff forming on it, and a little rust on it, so I got a new one. It only cost me 20 bucks, it's not a big, expensive purchase, but I think it'll be a good improvement to what's already there. And then I looked at the light, and the light is like a brass color, and it's not bad, the brass, I would have left it there, but it's got lots of little stains on it that I tried taking off, but then I realized it's just rust that's formed on there. So I bought a whole new one. Now, the one that's on there is like a rectangle. It's got squared off edges, and this one's got rounded edges. You can see that? It's really pretty. It's a three bulb light, and I think the lights that are on there will fit back on here. If not, I'll just go buy some new bulbs. But I was going to see if those fit on here first before I did that. So anyway, when we put this one on there, because the other one was square, we're going to have to touch up the paint, you know, right there on the wall. So I'm thinking as soon as that gets put on, we'll go in there. We have paint left over. The gentleman showed us that there was about so much in the 5-gallon. And you know, guys, I am so glad that I bought him a 5-gallon thing to come in here and paint, because that green wall needed some extra covering. But we have left over, so we have to do any touch-ups. What I am going to do today is I bought a bunch of these peel and stick laminate contact paper. I bought these from Walmart. I think I bought 4. Yeah, about 4. I was thinking I bought 5 actually, but I bought 4. And I want to use these for the cabinets to put underneath, and then also, you can't see, the camera's not showing you, but I'll show you in a minute. And the drawer. So let's go ahead and get that done. I'm going to put all the items also underneath the cabinet for now, because we did take we took off the, what do you call them, the blinds off the windows so that he could paint inside the casing of the window. We wanted to make sure he did do that, because if you leave them on there, sometimes they'll just paint on the outside and they won't paint inside. So we took them off. They need to be clean. My husband says, let's just buy new ones. So we'll see. We'll probably, before somebody comes in, we'll probably go around, measure everything and get new ones, or I'll just clean the other ones. Okay, so let me show you what I'm going to do here for the drawers. Okay, so I'm going to get some of this and put it inside. But I need to see how much or where I'm going to have to cut it. And then I'll just use this one to tell me. Make a little dent there, so I'll know how to cut the other ones. Yeah, okay, so I've already marked. And I've just a little over 6.5 inches right here. So I'll go ahead and cut all the way. I'm actually going a little bit more because I'd rather have it be a little longer than too small. Okay, and here is at this mark right there. So I'm just going to fold it. Actually, I'm going to fold it this way so I can see where I'm actually folding. There we go. This is not wide enough to do 2 drawers, so I'm going to have to use more. And I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 drawers that I have to do. The ones that are here, where the sink is, those are full. So they're just like a faux drawer. I'll save these little pieces because I could use them on the bottom cabinets. All right. Let's start at this end because when I was opening it up, I kind of tore it a little bit, and there was some tape there holding it. But I got a little impatient thinking I could just unroll it. Okay, so I'll start out by removing some of it. I'm just going to lay it in here because I did go a little bit longer than I should. And I'm actually looking at it right now, and this is actually a little bit less wide. So I'm going to use this pattern for my length, and I'm actually going to go whatever extra length I have to go wider. So yeah, let's get this paper underneath here now, and then start placing this. Yay! That fits in there really nice, and it already makes the drawer look clean in there, even though I clean. There we go. That looks so nice. All in there. Just sort of, I don't know how good this is going to be, but it looks so much better. Let's get the camera closer. So anyway, but look at the difference. Here it is with just the wood finish, and here it is with this contact paper. It looks clean. It doesn't look dark anymore like the one next to it. See? So I think that looks really good. So I'm going to do all the drawers, and then I'm going to do the bottom. Okay, so if I open up this cabinet, you can see that that Apple contact paper is down there. I'm not going to take that off, you guys. I'm going to leave it on there. And then there's this little shelf. There's one here, and then there's one on the other side for the other doors open. And I'm going to put some there as well. So let's get to doing that. All right, everyone, so I finished putting that contact paper on the bottom. You can see there, look how nice it looks underneath there. I mean, the light from out the front door is shining in the background, so it looks like really, really clean. Okay, so I'm just going to give you a little thing here. See this little edge there, how it looks all wrinkled and everything? Number one, I was tired, okay? I had to be down on my knees doing that. The reason that it looks like that is because I put down a strip of this paper starting from way over here, and I was doing it. It was all nice and nice and nice and nice all the way to the end. Very nice and smooth. But then I noticed that I guess I was going a little bit at an angle because it's not right on the edge here. So I had a piece of another leftover piece of this paper. So I said, oh, I'm going to put it on the edge here, like further out on top of the one that exists, and I'll do it over here as well, so you don't see, you know, that little edge. But when you put this contact paper on top of the other one, it just sticks, and you can't peel it off to straighten it because it brings up the other one. So I gave up on it, guys, and I just let it be what it is. So, and I didn't put any over here because I didn't want to go through the same trouble. The same thing happened to me in the drawers, right in here. I don't know why I did that, but I learned a lesson. Don't do that. If that happens to you, take out the contact paper and just start all over again. So I did these also, and I did the one, let's see. I did this one as well. Look, there's a little thing right here. This had to be 2 patched pieces, and I learned that also. Just do 1 whole piece. And at the bottom here as well. That's just not smoothed out because I'm just tired, you guys. Okay, so then I put all the stuff away so that it's not there. And let me show you also, I did the little door stops. These here, these wall protectors, they're not really door stops, they're just wall protectors, okay? So that the knob, you know, hits there. Although it's just a peel and stick, so I'm not sure how well that's gonna stay on there. So we'll see. Anyway, I put one also in the front door. My son was just here and he put a brick there, so keep that door open because it kept shutting on me. I put one there, and you're kind of seeing a little bit of how it's looking all painted here. And I put one behind this door. So I don't know if I told you guys about the flooring. The flooring, we thought, okay, let me see if they still sell it, have it at Lowe's, so I can just buy a box to fill in, you know, and replace the nasty, the tiles. Sorry about I've been sweating, look at my hair, it's a mess. Forgive me, I've been like this all these videos. So, you know, forgive the ugly and just enjoy the whatever pretty there might be there. Anyway, I'm gonna lean up on here because this is dry now. I'm tired. But anyway, yeah, I went to Lowe's, and I had checked that online and they still had the floor. And I said, I think that's it. I'm gonna take a piece from here, take it with me and see if it matches up. Well, guess what? It's clearanced out. So it was actually the lower price. I was like, okay, please let me find at least 40. We went to 2 Lowe's. They were sold out. One of them had just 5 tiles, so I grabbed the 5 tiles I had, and I thought, well, I'm at least going to replace the ones as you walk in where there's some little holes, and they're so obvious as you walk in. I figured, well, the ones in the bedroom, I'll just clean them up really well, and they're gonna put furniture on top of stuff anyway. So I thought that would be the deal, because I calculated, well, how much is it gonna cost to replace the whole flooring? And it was gonna be too much, you guys, a little too much, especially the way things are going right now. I didn't wanna put too much into fixing things, because I don't know how things are gonna be, how the future's gonna be right now. Some of y'all know. Anyway, I don't want to get into that. So anyway, I was thinking, I don't want to spend that much money, maybe $1,000, $1,400, but that wasn't even going to cover all the flooring that I was going to be 700 feet in here. I was going to be able to spend that much and fix the floor, and then plus the labor. It was going to cost more than that, way more than that, maybe twice as much as that, I don't know. So anyway, my husband kept saying, when you did this flooring, there was a box left over. He said, I know it's got to be in the garage. It's in there. So after we came back from shopping and we just bought those 5 tiles, I said, well, let's see if we can find them. Because I was already giving up and saying, I'm just gonna leave the floor the way it is. We went into the garage, I moved some stuff out of the way, and there was the box underneath a cabinet thing that I have in the garage. There's a trash people going by. It's Friday, so the trash is getting picked up. Sorry about the noise. But, so anyway, we pulled out that box, and it was heavy, so I knew it had lots of tiles in there. As soon as I slid it out, it said 90 square feet. Keep in mind, I need 40 square feet to replace the damaged tiles in here to make it look really nice. At least, nice enough. That box was practically full. We used maybe 5 or 6 tiles from there, and about 3 or 4 of them, there were like half pieces in there, which are great because I'm gonna need half pieces or less than half pieces for some of the edges that I'm gonna have to replace. So I'm so happy, because I was praying over that. You guys. So I have that now. Okay, so let me tell you the part that I thought at least I would replace, and I'll explain what I also did. I also got for that. All right, so that trash truck is really loud. He's backing up or something. Yep, he's backing up. You can't see it. Okay, anyway. So this here, see, when you walk in, right here, you're walking in, this is one of the first things you see. That is a hole that gets formed, and if you can see right there, all the way here, all that is like indentations going inward. That happened because there was carpeting in here. It was like an industrial carpeting. That carpeting was in here in this house when the house got first built. And with renters, it just got nasty. Then there was a big old stain here in the middle that we just couldn't clean. So my son said, I'm pulling all that out. He pulled out whatever tile there was in the kitchen, and he painted the cement flooring and left it really nice. It was just me that came in later and decided to put tile, flooring, this kind of stuff. So anyway, when he took out the carpeting, it ended right here. So they put down a wood strip where the rug gets pulled and nailed, and it gets the wood piece gets nailed into the ground for that carpeting to get stapled onto, so the edge of it gets stapled, and it's a nice transition between carpeting and floor. So when he pulled out that wood, pulled out those nails brought out part of the concrete. So little holes of concrete were left there, and he just stained over it and everything. They lived here for a little bit. I don't even think they were here a year, or maybe they were, not even, maybe. Anyway, so when I was putting this tile, I just put it on top, not thinking anything about the little indentations. Of course, people walking back and forth through here, because this is a traffic area right here. Living room, kitchen, bedroom, bathroom, other bedroom. A lot of passing through here. So I bought a cement filler. So we're going to take out these little tiles, 1, 2, 3, 4. And I thought those 5 tiles that I found was going to be enough to just fill in, you know, those. So we're going to pull those out. We're going to fill in those little holes with that cement stuff. And it says, I think it said 8 hours to dry or something like that. But we're going to leave it overnight and then come back and put the actual tiles to replace that. So while that's drying, we'll go through the house and we'll go ahead and replace, like these, for example. These are scratched up. We have some edgings that are like this, see? So I can't, if I pull those out, they won't stick back down. It's not like I can slide them over and stick them back down. You have to get them out, clean that really well. But those little pieces that are in the box are going to fill that in. I've got another area over here that's pretty bad, moved, and that one right there. There's another section, and there's a section in this bedroom also. There's a floor piece, like 4 pieces that need to be replaced that are together. But this is the one that's really, I don't know, this is nasty. My son said he thinks, because, you know, they had a little dog in here, he thinks that maybe this is where, you know, maybe there was a little bed here and then they had pee pads for the dog or something. I don't know. That seems to me like it might have been it, because the floor is really damaged. They had to have something moist because it even almost looks like mildew. I don't know if that's just dirt or what it is, but those are going to come out. I was just going to scrub them really good, put bleach on them or something, but this has just been concerning me. So we're going to be able to replace all of that, little edges like that on here. There's another place over here where there's a hole, but that's just a hole. It's not mildew or anything like that, or just dirt, nasty looking. But that was concerning me a lot. I mean, you can even see where there's like a yellow in here stain. I don't know, you guys, what do you think? But that's it. All right, everyone, you're getting a really good idea of the paint, or what it looks like behind me. But I'm going to do another tour. We want to put that shelf in, fix the floor, the outlet covers. Let me move back here. Look at my hair. Door keeps slamming because of the wind. I have the windows open. There is a really nice breeze outside. This is a really good time to sit out there and enjoy the breeze. But I'm gonna go take a shower, get changed, try to look decent. But try to look decent because I'm gonna join my husband. We're gonna go to this thing he has from work. They're gonna go bowling or something. I'm not sure they're gonna bowl or they're just gonna hang out there and eat or whatever. But my husband said, "You want to go with me?" And I thought, okay, you said, do you want to go? Do you want us to go? You said, do you want to go with me? Meaning he's going to go. So I told him, well, if I'm going to go to Cato right now and buy me a whole new outfit. And he said, go ahead, go do that. Go buy yourself a new outfit. But I'm not going to do that. I already have something that I can wear. So it was just a joke. So I think I'm going to go ahead and get dressed for that. I don't know what time it is right now. It was still early in the day when I came in here, and I haven't been here that long. Oh, it's already going to be 3 o'clock. Oh, yeah, okay. So it's already going to be 3 o'clock. So I'm going to go take a shower, rest a little bit, get dressed, and go have some dinner. So, you guys, I'm getting hungry already, as a matter of fact. So that's it, you guys. That's been my vlog for today. Lots of talking. But I did get some work done. I am sweating. My tushy, my back of my legs are sweating from sitting on the floor. So I'm going to give myself a big old thumbs up. And I hope that you too will give me a big old thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. So hit that red button and then you'll see the little bell. Go ahead and hit that also and choose all so that you get notified of all of my videos as soon as I upload them. So thank you all very much. Have a super weekend and as always, enjoy.